Moments ago, a troubling tweet from the president defending the actions of rioters and continuing to lie about the election results. He did tell rioters to go home with peace and love, and we should mention that Twitter removed that tweet a short time after it came out. Of course, tonight we are still trying to make sense of everything that happened today. And so we are going to bring in two of our political experts. Dale Butland, a Democrat, Terry Casey, a Republican. Dale, I'm going to start with you because I know you spent many years, decades on Capitol Hill. You were chief of staff for then Senator John Glenn. As you watched this unfold today inside the Capitol, were you in as much disbelief as the rest of us?
Yeah, I have to tell you, Colleen, that what I saw today literally made me sick to my stomach. What happened today was not peaceful protest. What happened today was an insurrection against our government. It was an attempted coup against our democracy by people who believe that the only legitimate election is one that their side wins. But let's not mince words about who was ultimately responsible for this. Ever since the November election, the President of the United States, backed by congressional enablers like Jim Jordan of Ohio, have repeated the same lie over and over and over again, that the election was rigged and it was stolen through massive fraud. After 2 months of this, what the hell did they think was going to happen? In fact, President Trump today egged these people on at the protest rally that he himself organized and pitched on social media, told them today that he'd never concede, and then urged them to march on the Capitol. Rudy Giuliani even told them, and I'm quoting him, to go to combat. As late as this evening, after senators and congressmen had to be evacuated, after at least one person was shot and killed, and the National Guard was called out to restore order, Trump put out a video in which he not only refused to condemn the riot or ask these people to go home, but actually repeated his lie about the election being stolen and how he sympathized with their anger.
Terry, it's Carrie here. I want to bring you into this conversation. The mayor of D.C., she called the actions today shameful, unpatriotic, unlawful. When you saw the situation playing out in the nation's capital today, what went through your mind, your initial thoughts?
Well, there was kind of a shocking juxtaposition because I thought Senator Mitch McConnell made very clear on the floor of the Senate when they started their official action that there was no proof or evidence of massive fraud. The former Attorney General Bill Barr made very clear that there wasn't any massive fraud or any stolen election. And I think it's important, and I second strongly the comments by Steve Stivers earlier, that we've got to move on, and hopefully tonight the Senate and the House will be able to get back in session, finish the tasks they have before them so that we can continue to move forward, because clearly any violence like this is outrageous and out of control, just like what happened in the state capitol this summer when people broke in, damaged, did other kind of things. But this is even worse with the national spotlight on. But I think people have spoken up strongly, like Congressman Stivers, to say we've got to move on and get the job done and get on with government and do the things that need to be done for this country.
Well, you know, we know that there are just a few weeks left as everything plays out in the Trump presidency, but we are hearing rumors, and I'm wondering if either of you have heard this, that Democrats who are now angry about the way this unfolded today, who are pointing the finger at the president, are talking about tonight invoking the 25th Amendment to remove him from office. Is that something you think is wise to focus on at this point when we've already got so much division?
Well, I think the important thing is for the House and the Senate to get their business done tonight that needs to be done. That way it helps everyone know that we need to move forward in the transition and kind of stop the distractions and the sideshows, because clearly that's not productive for the country and the country's future.
But Dale, it's also about taking some action. Your thoughts on this as these leaders talk about removing the president from office?
Well, look, there's 2 weeks left. At this stage of the game, I don't think removing the president from office, which is going to require, I think, would require a number of the cabinet members to agree and so forth. I'm not sure that's how we ought to be spending our time. I do think we all have to keep an eye on Trump. But to me, there's a broader point here. It seems to me that our nation is now at a turning point. We cannot go on like this because, as Mitch McConnell said today, our democracy is going to enter a death spiral. So do we believe in democracy or don't we? Do we believe in the rule of law or do we believe in the rule of the mob? Do we believe in the peaceful transfer of power and that the will of the voters has to be respected? Or do we believe that elections our side loses need never be conceded or accepted? In short, do we still believe in the possibility of democracy as we've always known it in this country? Or do we believe that our friends and neighbors who hold different political beliefs are now the enemy whom we must stop from winning elections by any means necessary?
You know,
I never thought I'd have to say this, but it seems to me that how we answer questions like these will go a long way toward determining whether our country can survive.
We also wonder what the changes will be like, Terry, within your party, within the Republican Party, because we are seeing Mitch McConnell stand up today and essentially say the president is wrong. He lost the election. At the same time, leaders of his party were ready to challenge the Electoral College certification. So your party right now is fractured, and we're almost out of time for this segment. But, you know, what are your concerns about that moving forward?
Well, there's big tensions, big divisions on both sides. And then within the factions, there's different groups and elements there. So we've got to all pull together and focus on the issues at hand, because America still faces some serious medical and economic challenges that are not easily going to be solved. I mean, the government can send out checks. You can argue about what size of check, but clearly we're going to be at this difficult situation for many months more. It's not going to be over in 1, 2, or 3 months.
All right, Dale Butlin, Terry Casey, stay with us. We're going to be coming back to you in a few more minutes as we continue our perspective on what happened today in Washington.